All right, guys, welcome back to Road to 2000, where I try to reach 2000 ELO for the very first time ever. We are currently 1759 at the start of today's episode, and we're going to try to improve that, and we're going to do a review of a game I played somewhat recently. So here's our rating journey so far, and we played 20 games up to this point. Today's game will be 21. And today's game was from August 13th, so today's September 12th. So it's been kind of a month. I've had just my health stuff's been kind of flared up a little bit lately. I've been busy with other things, so unfortunately the series has suffered a little bit. But I'm trying to get back on the bandwagon. I love making these videos for you guys, and today's game had a bit of a weird ending. It's kind of a quick game. We will take a look. And as always, if you guys have been enjoying the series, make sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so that you guys are notified of future episodes. Let's take a look at our game. So, opponent is 1734. We play King Spawn. Opponent replies with French Defense. Standard opening moves in French Defense, so d4, d5. I've been playing the Tarrash Defense, which is knight d2, pawn to c5, knight f3, knight c6, c3. These are all just kind of main moves in the French Defense. As always, I mean, it's basically the same thing, guys. We're always fighting for the center. We're always trying to develop all of our pieces. We're always trying to castle. Just the form factor of that is a little bit different sometimes. Opponent goes queen b6, applying additional pressure on d4. Here, yeah, I guess I was supposed to take... At this point of the opening, I really don't know how to play this very well, to be honest. I've been trying to learn more about French defense, and we'll see if I can get better in the near future. If you guys have any YouTube recommendations for French defense, let me know down in the comments. Previously, someone mentioned the Jesse Cry video from Chess Dojo. He had a good one on kind of like playing in a gambit style against the French defense, and that is a good video. I have had a little bit of trouble with that system. I've tried it in the past. So if you guys have any other recs, let me know. So I go knight b3. They go knight f6, and I think part of my logic with this move, by the way, was so that to induce the move c4, so that basically they kind of relieve pressure on my center. And yeah, I was planning to just like bring the knight back, because what often happens in the French defense and why it's been such a pain for me is I just find they pressure the d4 square like so hard, and eventually like they win my pawn or something. So, but they didn't go for that, so they went knight f6, e takes d5, e takes d5, and now I took on c5 with the idea that I can win black's bishop. So bishop recaptures, we recapture, black recaptures. Okay, so what would you guys want to play here now as white? So I think just continue developing. So I went bishop e2. If you said bishop e3, that's also a great move. Opponent goes h5. Here I castled. You could see they also said getting the bishop out was good. They go h4 now. What do you guys want to play now as white? So you could probably go bishop e3 because it comes with tempo. But I decided let's go h3 and just stop these pawn pushes, because it does get a little bit dangerous if this pawn gets down to here. So like, let's say I play a passive move. If they go h6, I don't really want to take, because that opens up this file to my king, as well as gives their bishop like a really strong outpost. You also don't really want to push, although this is the better option, I think, because now you have like a forever weakness on g2, and if later in the game the black queen can somehow like create a threat here, you could get mated. So this is called a wedge pawn. This is usually a very strong asset, and it creates back rank issues for white as well. So yeah, trying to avoid the pawn push, and that's why I went h3, which the computer agrees was the best move. Knight e4. Okay, now what do you guys want to play as white? Now I think definitely go bishop e3. You got to keep mobilizing that army. Queen goes back. Now what do you want to play as white? So here, I guess there are a few moves. As I was recording this and thinking just now, I was thinking, oh, maybe queen d3 would be good. Just, keep developing, get the queen off the back rank. In the game, I thought c4 was really good when I played it because I thought this pawn was pinned, which it is. Actually, which it's not, because this knight defends the queen. And I think I realized that after I played it. But the opponent kind of fell for my bluff, sort of, and moved away. So yeah, I think they should have just taken this pawn. So they go queen g6, putting pressure here. And now this pawn is pinned. So black is threatening to take on h6. So you could take here, or you could maybe move your king or do something else. So what would you guys play now as white? I decided to move the king, but I should have gone to the corner because there would be no checks there. Whereas in the game, black checked me again, and then now I go to the corner. So I kind of just wasted time and let black just move around. And then black kind of just blundered here. I don't know why they did this. They could take the pawn. They probably didn't realize that their knight defended. But yeah, so they go for this check. And they are forking us, so I do kind of have to take. And I think their idea was that, in this position, I think they felt that they were going to get a sacrifice here that would be really strong. So, let's say I just make a move. If they go for the sack, let's see if computer says now the sack works. So, after it takes, check. This is getting pretty dicey here. They could even, maybe swing over. I guess my knight kind of is saving me for the moment because it's blocking these checks, but it's definitely very sketch here for my king. So that was black's idea, but you don't have to let them get this sacrifice in. So I think there's two different moves here. So give it 5-10 seconds. How do you want to play in such a manner that either black doesn't have time to do this or it takes the sting out of it, as Naroditsky would say. So 5 to 10 seconds. Give it some thought. So the computer said to just take this pawn with the queen, and then basically you're kind of offering the queen trade. And if you can get the queens off the board, then you're kind of chilling. That alleviates a lot of the checkmating opportunities for black. And we would be up 3 pawns after we take this one. So that's what the computer said. But I found the move knight to g5, which I liked a lot in the game because it does a lot of different things. Number one, it's defending this pawn. So actually, if black takes with the bishop, we just recapture with the knight, and we're chilling. So that's the first thing. It's defending against black's threat. The second thing is it's creating some pressure on the f7 square. It's also opening up this diagonal for the bishops, for the bishop and the queen. So black replied with f6, which makes sense because it's kind of okay, let's remove the defender of this pawn. And it's not so clear where white is going to put this knight. So now you guys have to find a very strong move here for white. I'll give you 5 to 10 seconds. So I played bishop h5, which I think is a really strong move here, really crucial. Number one, we're removing black's castling rights so that if they block, we're just going to take. And then they still have to move their king. So king has to move. Number two, we're intercepting, we're blocking the rook's attack on h6. And we're also, number three is we're setting up some knight f7 ideas. And now on this move, what do you guys want to play? Because it feels like we got black right where we want him. Feels like we got to just drop the hammer. Is there a hammer to be dropped here? I'll give you 5 to 10 seconds. So the best move, according to the engine, was knight f7. So I don't think there's quite like the crazy hammer blow, but that is a strong move. We're going to pick up the rook. The move I played in the game was c5, just attacking the queen further. And black just kind of weirdly resigned here. Maybe they're just sick of kind of getting like pushed around, and they realized like this, you know, their king is blocking their bishop, so they can't do the sacrifice anymore. This rook is getting blocked, so they can't do the sacrifice. We're kicking the queen around. The king's out in the open. Like this queen check is probably coming. Or we're gonna like take. Actually, yeah, I was planning to like take this pawn because like I don't know, maybe they have to go here or something, and then we have like bishop. So, I mean, it is definitely very ugly for black. I wouldn't have resigned here yet as black, but, you know, I don't know. Maybe they can do something like this or whatever. But, yeah, black resigned, and that pushed us up to 1783. So that gave us more than 20 points because I haven't been playing consistently, so it was weighted heavily. A normal win would be 8 points, but... yeah, so, you know, this is kind of provisional, even though the rating might go up in the next, you know, few games. It's all kind of provisional because it's giving me that like plus 20. So we'll kind of know more where I'm at in, you know, 5 to 10 games from now. But that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Comment below if you guys have any questions or anything else you want to see more of in the Road to 2000 series. And I'll see you in the next episode. Thanks a lot.